All right, y'all. Over here at Rich's on Friday. Got over here even later than normal. Didn't get over here till about 1 o'clock or so. Got that piece of trim final fit. Got it fitting. Put the silicone underneath it. Pre-drilled the holes and screwed it down. Looks good. Looks good. Super happy with how all this trim stuff turned out. Door's not hitting it anywhere. Obviously, it's taking up a little bit more room. If you look at the door compared to the jamb, you can see there's a big gap up here. I can get my whole finger in there, right? So we can, when we take this door off to rework it, put the RV handle on, we'll raise it up just a little bit, just to make sure we're giving ourselves enough clearance there. But you don't want it up too high. The reason it's down lower than the top is because, you know, when it rains, when this seal got tore up, I've replaced this one here. This is original stuff. The water would just soak in here when you're driving down the highway, just when the highway was wet. If it was raining, it got even further in there. So, yeah, everything swirls from the tires on your truck or tow vehicle, whatever it might be. You know, everything gets tore up. Everything takes its toll. So we're going to put some a little strip of that non-skid stuff here, that sticky back, it's black sandpaper looking stuff, right? A little tread grip, whatever it is. But yeah, we ain't worried about that right now. We got it done. So on to working on the fenders. That's it for trim. All the trim that we're going to put on is done. So I'll get in here and pull this thing out in the sun. I'm going to go take the sweatshirt off. It's a little warmer than I expected today. We'll finish sanding all this down. Then we'll go about gluing in those metal angled bits, these here. Get those glued in and any excess clag of glue out of the way. And once it's all ready to go, then we'll put glass on this one. We'll put the glass on that one. Probably hit all this whole surface at the same time. As soon as that's hardened up a bit, I'm having a little peppermint. Cheating on the diet a little tiny bit. As soon as that's done, we can flip it over. And then we'll go ahead and put a little filler on that. Address that with a little glass. Get her sanded down. We could probably come over first thing in the morning and put some coating on them. Wait a couple hours. Put the wheels, tires back on. Fenders back on Saturday, just like we planned. Yeah, looking at the extended forecast at this point, I'm going to sit you up here with Clint Boyer. Looking at the extended forecast, I don't know, you know, it's more than a week, so they, you know, a week out, 6-7 days out, they just go into a average for that time of year thing. I don't think we're getting an accurate depiction, because it's pretty nice now, and it's still going to be nice next few days, and then everything drops off. So what they're saying for next weekend is more of an average temperature, 30s, 40s overnight, and upper 50s, 60 degrees during the day. So we're hoping, God willing, he'll bless us with a beautiful day. Sure would have been nice to get a weekend like this. But it literally, as long as it's dry, you know, we'll still be okay. We've been out there in 42-degree weather. I've been out there with snowflakes coming down more than once. Way back in the day when we ran our whole air-cooled Comet out there we tag-teamed my cart, and it was so cold we'd sit in the truck with the heat running. And the guy would come in after he had had enough. And the guy that was going to take it for a ride would get out with his helmet on, and the other guy would start him up, and he'd take off. I mean, back then, you know, we just drove the wheels. You weren't going to run any tires off the thing in 40-degree weather. But, hey, over in England, I've seen videos where the guys are rolling their carts up to the false grid, and the engine's running, and they've got aluminum floor tray or composite floor tray, and there's literally a sheet of ice on it, and the ice had broke from the vibration of the motor running and stuff. So, you know, over in England, they're not shy. So like I said, as long as there's no water coming down or no water on the track, we're going to go ahead and run it. We'll be fine. I don't think if it's going to be that cold. They're calling, it said 32 overnight between Friday and Saturday, and a high of like 54 or 56 on Saturday. If that's the case, I'm going to leave the water-cooled cart at home. I'm not going to put antifreeze in it. I'm not going to take any chance of the motor freezing. We've already had that trouble 2 or 3 times now, so we'll just take the zip cart with the Yamaha on it, and we'll take the 4-banger, and that'll be more than enough entertainment for the day. Anything that we were going to learn on the F-125, we can just do in the spring, I guess. You know, at this point, it really doesn't much matter. I think we've got a handle on that. So that's it. The trim bits are all done. Gonna get working on these fenders here, gluing this stuff down. I'll bring you some of that mixing up the goob action and gluing things in place in just probably 15-20 minutes. All right, take care. Peace out. God bless y'all.